Welcome back into Great Day Washington. The inspiring sports movie of the season is The Boys in the Boat, which tells the story of the 1936 University of Washington men's crew team that were just a bunch of inexperienced boys who ended up competing for gold at the Berlin Summer Olympics. The film is directed and produced by George Clooney and stars Callum Turner, who is here with me right now. Good to have you.
Nice to be here, Kristen.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This movie has, even though it's a true story, right? And I'm reading all about it. I'm cheering for you guys. I'm cheering for the team. How much fun was this movie to make?
Oh, well, it was so much fun. I mean, we had, I was working with George Clooney. You can't have more fun on a film set than working with George.
Is he as cool and suave as we all think he is?
No, he's cooler. It's crazy. I didn't think that, you know, people warned me. They said, you're gonna have the best time with George. And I was like, yeah, I know, And then I truly did have the greatest time.
That's amazing that it turns out even better than you probably expected, right?
Yeah, exactly. Defied all odds. But we rode, we had to train, and that was the important part of the film, was to be as real as a team as possible, as close to a team as possible. It was being in a professional sports team, you know, and we trained for 2 months solid before we shot, and then whilst we shot, we trained every day. So be 4 hours for 2 months, and then with a PT for an hour, and then we'd finish probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because he likes to be chilled, and
he likes a siesta time, right?
Well, also he's so prepared, so he like kind of he manufactures that to his liking, and then but we'd be back out on the water, so we'd get a wave, you know, from George.
He's going off, and you guys are still working.
With a glass of wine and a big smile, and I enjoy, guys.
That's
great.
But
it was a beautiful experience, and rowing's a truly remarkable sport, and we bonded, and like I said, the closest experience I'll ever have to being part of a professional sports team.
You played Joe Rance, who's just one of this 8-man crew, but this story, it was so fascinating because these boys are rowing to eat, they're rowing to live, right? This is the middle of the Great Depression, so how was it to kind of delve into all of that?
Well, you know, it's a part of history that I wasn't familiar with. The story I didn't know either, but Joe's individual story was the thing that inspired me the most. He comes home from school one day and the car's running, his stepmother's in the front, the siblings are in the back, his dad's on the porch, and he says to his dad, "Where are we going?" And his dad says, "We're going, you're staying." And he was 13 years old, and he spent the night, he didn't know what to do, he watched the car go off, and the next day he made the decision that this isn't going to define me. And he pulled up his bootstraps and he fished for salmon to eat. He bussed in the street with his banjo he had, and just managed to put himself through high school and then on to college. And I just found that like the most inspiring story. You know, 13 years old, what were you doing at 13 years old?
And I was not pulling myself up by my bootstraps.
Exactly, neither was I. And I fell in love with him, and that story really broke my heart, and you know, the guts that he has and the determination that he has in his journey was inspirational.
Well, all of these guys, none of them had rowed before, and then this journey that they go on to win a gold medal. I'm not ruining it because it's a true story, right?
Yeah.
But they go on to Berlin and have this incredible moment. I mean, it's just a really inspiring story.
Yeah, they're regarded as the greatest rowing team ever.
Yeah. I liked the blonde hair, though.
You did?
Do you prefer the blonde? It was really blonde.
You know, they say blondes have more fun. But
hey. Why do you think I'm a blonde?
Yeah, right. I actually had to stop drinking, stop eating all the sugar and sweets that I like. We were athletes for 5 months.
This is perfect for this time of year, Christmas family. You gonna watch it with your family back in London?
You know what? I did. I watched it already with my family.
You already saw it with them. Okay, good.
I know, it is the perfect Christmas movie. We'll watch it again 100%. I want to be in the cinema and see how people react. When we were in London and in LA, it was like people were rowing. Yeah. You know, in the aisles, it was like we were part of the stand watching the races.
You get there, you're like, go.
This should come with a warning: you might get a six-pack if you watch this movie.
Just keep working out to it. They'll inspire you for sure. Well, we're glad you're here to talk about it and enjoying your time in DC. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Happy Holidays.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, again, you can see Callum in The Boys in the Boat in theaters this Christmas.